America is the best country on the planet. We are good at everything. We are number one at everything. There is nothing that any country is better at.
You sure?
Now, not so much. When we first went to the UK, I have to admit that was something that was probably a thing that I subscribed to.
Yeah, I kind of did.
Yeah. And I think this might come weird to you guys, but one of the biggest things that surprised me, and keep in mind, we're talking in an educational purpose. We're talking so you understand better. The way that you're taught in America for the longest is the only place that you're going to survive and come ahead is in the United States.
Pretty much.
Every other country just doesn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
So you could imagine my surprise when we first go to the UK and we're like, this is really nice here.
Yeah.
You could actually live here. Other people have freedoms too.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do more research because obviously we're not completely left in the dark, you watch the news and stuff and it's like you're only 30 on education or 25 on education or in this on health and stuff. But none of that stuff mattered because we was in the number one country in the world. And you think that's weird, but that's how it works.
Yeah.
That's how it works as an American. So obviously we was scrolling through videos and I found a video that said 25 areas in which the United Kingdom is totally triumphs over the United States. One of those is reading because I can't read for nothing. If you're new to the channel, I am Rich TRIPPIN.
And I'm Tiffany.
And we are an American couple who went to the UK and fell in love. And now we just spend our free time learning and trying to put British history and culture into perspective into our own life. And we have tons of amazing subscribers who help us along the way. Hopefully you can be one too. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It helps us out a whole lot. These are our Patreons that help us out. And we have a great community that we absolutely love. And they have helped us learn a lot about the UK. And you can help us by commenting, making fun of us, sharing the video, whatever you choose. But this is by list 25, and we are going to find out 25 areas in which the United Kingdom totally triumphs over the United States. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. It's lies. Let's see.
25. Displaying actual prices. In most US states, you don't pay the price on the product. You pay the price plus the tax. In Britain, the tax is included. 24. Complaining. Nobody complains better than the British. Nobody. 23.
First one, he's got a point.
Yeah, he really does. Because, when you're buying a lot of things,
Yeah.
you don't take into consideration sometimes the amount of tax or, on a larger purchase. Sometimes it's okay. Like hotel rooms even.
So that's the issue.
That's a big one.
That's the issue with America. And I'm sure a lot of you guys coming over to America probably feel that way, that you look up and you're like, oh, like when we went to the UK, right? So we buy a hotel room and it says it's going to be $150 a night. And then you click over to the next screen and then it's like, oh, well, you have insurance and a service fee, so we're going to add that to it. And then, now it's let's say it's $200 a night. So you're at $200. In America, they're like, get this room for $100 a night.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay. And then it's like, okay, we're going to charge your card $300.
Yeah.
And you're like, why? And it's not listed.
No.
You have to request it.
It'll say plus tax on
Yeah.
some sites. It'll be $100 plus tax. And you don't know how much tax is. And it's sometimes for a hotel room, it's $50.
It is such a thing that in America, one of people's sales point is no hidden fees.
Yeah.
So just outside of the tax, which us as Americans, we can kind of guesstimate, but like it's usually like, oh, it's $20. So it's $19.99, so it's gonna be like 22, 23. Why they don't put that on the actual price of it is it's consumerism. You're more likely to buy something if it's $19.99 as you would $20.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is. It's just a point to get you, because still in your mind, if you talk to an American, I know this sounds really crazy, but they'll look and say, oh, that's a cool hat. How much was it? It was $19. It wasn't $19. It was $23.
Yeah.
With tax and everything. It was not $19. But because we seen that on the price tag, we'll be, oh, it's $19.
Yeah.
We don't even consider the tax.
No.
And you guys do complain a lot. If you don't believe me, look at our other...
Yeah, just read the comments on any video.
Yeah, read the comments. You guys are going to complain about that too. I guarantee you're going to complain about that. They're like, we don't complain.
Yeah.
How dare you? We simply critique.
Documentaries. 2 words. David Attenborough.
22.
Electric plugs. First of all, the voltage is higher. It's 220 versus only 110. But guess what?
Oh, yeah.
British plugs also have significantly better safety features. More power, more safety.
21.
We're shooting through this, but Tiffany blew up a hairdryer.
Yeah, I just bought it. It was brand new, and I was so excited. I'm like, I'm going to use this in the UK. I go to the UK, I plug it in, zap.
Little puff of smoke. It was so depressing. A little puff of smoke just came out the end of it. She turned it on, it went zzz.
That was it.
Bathrooms. In America, if someone wants to check if a stall is occupied, they just peek through the gap. In Britain, this would never work. There is no gap.
20.
That's BS. We're aiming to become the peekaboo champions of the world that way. Oh, if you ever noticed, don't get creeped out if you're in an American bathroom and you see one of our eyes pop by.
Yeah.
Peekaboo. I don't know why we do that. I think it's weird. I went to a bathroom today in Steak and Shake, and the urinal was right next to the door.
Really?
Yeah, this open bathroom, it was just right next, like, here's the door. I could reach out. It's like, oh, you having a hard time with that door? Somebody could have opened that and been like, peekaboo. Okay.
Roundabouts. The British obsession with these is warranted. Even the Mythbusters showed they were more effective than traffic lights.
19.
Messing with France. As the British say, France is a beautiful country. The only downside is that it's filled with the French people. C'est seulement une blague. Nous vous aimons. Allons-y.
18.
Je parle pour français. I'm only learning French so so when I talk crap about them, they know what I'm saying. It's the only reason, because they don't want to learn English. That's the only reason I'm doing it.
Having their flag put on other flags. Even a US state has the Union Jack on it. Hawaii.
17.
Losing at their own sports. Britain invents soccer, that's why they used to call it that, and then can't win at it. America invents basketball, and then can't lose at it.
6.
That's a big thing you guys do to us, too. You guys invent words. The rest of the world keeps using them. And then you're like, what's all this then? Why are you calling it that? It's not soccer, it's the old footy ball. And you know what? You started it. You started it. Rascals.
16.
Cops. On average, American police kill more civilians in 1 month than British police kill in 2 decades.
Wow.
15.
Electing third-party candidates. Okay, it's not like this happens regularly, but it definitely happens more than never. And that is exactly how often it happens in the US.
14.
Date format. Smallest to largest. Doesn't that make sense?
13.
Understating things.
I confused dating with date. And it only clicked in my head when he said...
Wait, now I'm confused.
He said date format. It said smallest to largest. And it's like, what do you...
Oh, so I had it right. You
Yeah, I thought he was talking about dating. I was like, man, that was rude. That was rude. And he's talking about dates.
Things. During World War II, when Britain was being bombed almost constantly, Churchill referred to it as the unpleasantness. That just about sums it up.
12,
Cheaper real food. In the US, only fake food is cheaper.
11,
True.
The metric system.
Okay. We have a whole video on this of like how we pay so much more for poison.
Yeah.
Like, you go to our juice, like we have people really trying to get rid of that in companies. So one of the things that you'll see is companies who's been selling products for years, and all of a sudden now you see a big banner that says, "Now made with real juice."
Yeah. How about that?
The hell do you mean right now? You just your company name is Juicy Juice. You told me the only thing that was juice on it was the label, was the word, was the only thing that's been juice on it since the beginning of your inception?
Pretty much.
Your company name is Juicy Juice, and you're like, now we're actually doing it. We're just warming up, I guess. Like, we have this whole video of how terrible the food is in America and how much cheaper everything is. Everything is more expensive. Like, as the filming of this video, I think it's $1.37 American to £1.
Pound.
And I guarantee you will spend more money in America for junk than you will spend in the UK for a halfway decent meal. And they can throw. I'd kill for Greg's right
Don't even talk about Greg's.
now. Go for it. little sausage and cheese, and you know.
System. They don't do it perfectly, but they definitely do it better.
10,
Tea. In Britain, teas are small, hot, and lightly sweetened. In the US, they're big, cold, and stuffed with diabetes.
9,
Okay, so here's the thing about Britain with the tea. Like, I'm not trying to throw this out. Like, I'm not trying to throw. I expected it to be more, but I don't. Now that I've done it, I don't understand how it could have been.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, besides the fact of like, you're like, everybody drinks. This sounds so stupid, but it's like everybody drinks tea in Britain. You're like, oh wow, we go. Like, what are you expecting them to do? When
Yeah,
you
like
go there, like
constantly be
to
drinking
walk
tea.
out and drink it in front of you?
Yeah.
See, like, you ask people, and they're just like, it's so weird to find out other people from other countries, just normal people.
No, but do you remember when we were there, that one lady that we met, and she was like, I would love to offer you a cup of tea right now.
Yeah.
I thought that was great.
Yeah, that's like, it's really nice, but like, you're like, everybody drinks tea there. It's like, well, they drink tea and coffee. Like, they don't like.
Yeah, it's not like they drink it all day long
Like,
only.
there is a sense though when you go over there that you just like, you're just assuming that they drink nothing else.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, it's almost like a cartoon character of drinking tea. Like, there's a plethora of tea.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just there's a normal amount of tea there. Just more people. Like, if you're American, just picture it like this. Like, picture there's a coffee station, and you know how we have like the tea bags at the coffee station. Just picture a few more people pick out the tea bag instead of the coffee, and that's the UK. So it's like that illusion was destroyed for me.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was expecting, but it was unfair of me to think of, to expect you guys to fill that, fill that idea.
Playing the villain. If the bad guy isn't Russian, he's British.
8,
Do you know why though?
Why?
Do you know? Like, we are gonna stop at everyone because the video's like 5 minutes. Do you know why?
Why?
Because for us, British people just sound intelligent.
Yeah.
Like, an evil genius needs to be British.
Yeah, intelligent people are evil.
Yeah. Yeah. We got to
Well,
feel
maybe
it.
not, but you
Yeah.
have to be, I feel like, intelligent to be evil.
Huh, I mean, current climate would surprise you. You know what I mean? But yeah, the certain things like I think you said it, David Attenborough. Like, if I'm turning on Animal Planet and like there's like Jack Hanna got that southern accent, and he's like, right here, boys, we got a mama lion. And you're like, all right, whatever, man. But then like you have that, and as we look upon the Serengeti, 2 Melinuses, hunt for the king. And you're like, oh my God, they are. Look at them, they're so graceful. Like just something about that British accent just pulls you
Yeah,
in.
it does.
I had a guy who's like, he was telling me, he's like reading something to me, and I was like, man, that is cool. That is cool. And he's just like, yes, and you'll pay the fine to the Scotland Yard. And I'm like, man, it's freaking awesome. It's great.
Empire. Even today, the Queen is still the head of state in 15 different countries.
7,
Rolling cheese. Only in Britain will you find a bunch of people chasing cheese down a hill. Cooper's Hill cheese rolling and wake.
6,
NHS. In the US, people declare bankruptcy because of hospital visits. In the UK, you don't. As a note, the NHS is paid for by taxes, but even then, the US spends over $8,000 per person every year for healthcare, while in the UK, it's only around $3,000.
5,
Like, we're just all gonna die. It's cool though, you know. It's fine. We're good.
Marketing. Or rather, the lack of it. In America, they actually stop live sporting events for the sake of adverts. And let's not get started on infomercials or medication advertisements.
4,
Keeping calm. Just check the news coverage of Ebola. In the US, you would think the world was ending. In the UK, it was just another news story.
3,
Taxes. For the Americans out there, in Britain you have PAYE. It's how the government collects taxes, and it's incredibly convenient. As an employee, you don't have to fill out a single form, ever. In the US, the IRS could implement this system as well, but the tax industry is a huge lobby, so don't expect to stop filling out W-2 forms or 1099 forms anytime soon.
2,
So that's what's cool about the American tax system. The government technically knows how much you owe. But it's your job to guess.
Yep.
And if you don't, you go to jail.
Pretty much.
And it's a wonderful time of year.
News. The BBC. Need I say more? As a note, the US has NPR, but nobody listens to that. It's not sensational enough. Let's get some CNN and Fox up in here.
1,
Faster internet. Dear America, you invented this thing. Why does Mount Everest have faster internet than you?
Enjoying our list?
I will say that's something that I did not partake in while I was over there, because for some reason, all of our stuff that connected to the internet was always having a hard time connecting to the internet.
Yeah.
And our phones always had a hard time connecting to everything. So I don't know how true it is, but I would guess being a smaller country, our country being huge, it's gotta reshoot it. No. Being huge. I think those are 25 things. It's like, would you say those are 25 things that are better in the UK? So a majority of it's completely satire. Some of it was satire with a little bit of truth in it into it.
I'd say it's pretty true. I don't know.
Because I have my own list of things that I think is way better in the UK than here.
Yeah.
One, drivers.
Traffic. Yeah.
Drivers are way better. You know how many times we drove today from Tampa to home, or from home to Tampa and Tampa and back? You know how many times people just was like 3 lanes, and they would just like literally, my truck would be right here, and they would go like, people have no respect on the road.
No,
Yeah.
about 4 times I was like, I want to get out of the truck now.
They was driving to the point that I thought like they'd got up ahead of us far enough that we was going to go up there and we was going to see them on a ditch.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just countless times. I mean, just driving's horrible over here.
Yeah.
It really is. We have bigger roads, so that's cooler, but the people on them like
No,
insane.
I think our roads are better, but I think that they know how to drive better.
Yeah.
They have more respect on the road. That's the thing.
Yeah, they do.
Over here, there's no respect on the road. Get out of my way, or I'm going to hit you.
Who's your, what's another one? Food's obviously healthier.
Food's healthier.
History's way cooler.
Yeah.
The structure of buildings is way cooler.
People dress better.
Safety's better. Music's really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's cooler because I mean, but at the same time, you track back, and the majority of our music comes from over there anyway. What else? Things are more affordable,
People don't try to talk to you.
safer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ice cream's better.
No,
Dairy's
it's
way
not.
better.
Ice cream is not better over there.
She's talking about the Scottish ice cream.
I
Scottish
don't
ice cream.
I don't
We'll
like
get to that. We'll get to, if you want to see that, hit like and subscribe because we are in the middle of our tripping through the UK series, and we like to break it up a little bit by doing videos like these. But yeah, we think there's a lot of things better in the UK.
Oh, you're forgetting the biggest one.
What?
Coffee.
Coffee is so much better in the UK. Oh my! And the butter
Yeah.
and the cheese,
The
just dairy
cheese.
products in general. Man, now I'm depressed. I just want.
Fast food's better.
Fresh food is better. You guys got to just watch the future of things because we'll answer that and you'll witness it and bear witness to it. Yeah. A lot of that stuff is better. I'm Rich.
I'm Tiffany.
Now I'm depressed. I just want to go back to sleep.
Yeah, what was that?